Cookbook for teenagers. Simple pasta recipes. Enjoy your new experience. The invention of pasta is a story that dates back to ancient times. There are many legends and theories about who invented pasta and how it came about. In this text, I will share some of the most well-known stories and also discuss how pasta is eaten around the world today. One of the most famous stories about the invention of pasta comes from China. It is said that the discoverer of noodles, a Chinese emperor named Huangdi, invented them in 3000 BC. According to this legend, noodles were the result of an accident when the emperor overcooked his dough and it became too hard. Other Chinese legends say that noodles were invented by Buddhist monks in China, who had to adhere to meat-free meals. The monks were said to have tried to cut vegetables into strips to imitate meat. Another theory suggests that pasta originated in the Middle East. Legend has it that Marco Polo brought pasta from Asia when he returned to Europe in the 13th century. This legend is disputed, as there are no written records of pasta in Asia before the 13th century. However, it is possible that Marco Polo brought pasta from Asia and popularized it in Europe. The first written record of pasta dates back to 1154, when an Arab traveler named Ibn Battuta recounted his travels through Sicily and described eating spaghetti in Palermo. There are also records of Italians producing pasta in various shapes and sizes in the 14th century. At that time, pasta was a luxury item and was often exchanged as a gift between nobles and governments. In the 17th century, pasta became popular in Italy and became a staple food of the masses. At that time, pasta was made from wheat flour and water and formed into various shapes, such as spaghetti, macaroni, and lasagna. Often eaten with tomato sauce or cheese, it was an important part of Italian cuisine. In the 19th century, industrial pasta production began, and the noodles were produced and exported in large quantities. Italian immigrants brought pasta to America, where it quickly became popular. In the 1920s, the term spaghetti western was coined to describe a particular type of western film shot in Italy, which was often eaten with spaghetti. Today, pasta is eaten all over the world and is an important part of the cuisine of many countries. In Italy, there are countless types of pasta, often combined with various sauces and vegetable dishes. Spaghetti carbonara. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 200 grams pancetta, diced, 4 egg yolks, 100 grams grated pecorino romano cheese, 1 garlic clove, chopped, salt and pepper. Directions: cook pasta in boiling salted water according to package instructions until al dente. Drain and keep warm. Brown the pancetta in a pan over medium heat until crispy. Add the garlic and cook for 1 minute. Whisk the egg yolks and grated cheese in a bowl. Add the pancetta and garlic and mix well. Return the pasta to the pot and add the egg mixture. Mix thoroughly until the pasta is evenly coated. Season with salt and pepper and serve. Pen all'arrabbiata. Ingredients: 400 grams pen, 4 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 red chili pepper, finely chopped, 400 grams canned tomatoes, chopped, 4 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper, fresh basil. Directions: cook pasta in boiling salted water according to package instructions until al dente. Drain and keep warm. Heat olive oil in a pan over medium heat and add garlic and chili pepper. Fry for about a minute until fragrant. Add tomatoes and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer for 15 minutes. Mix the pasta with the tomato sauce and season with salt and pepper. Garnish with fresh basil and serve. Linguine with shrimp and lemon. Ingredients: 400 grams linguine, 500 grams shrimp, peeled and deveined, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 lemon, juice and zest, 4 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper, fresh parsley. Directions: cook pasta in boiling salted water according to package instructions until al dente. Drain and keep warm. Heat olive oil in a pan over medium heat and add garlic. Cook for about a minute until fragrant. Add shrimp and fry for 2-3 minutes until cooked through. Add lemon juice and zest and mix well. Season with salt and pepper. Mix the pasta with the shrimp and lemon sauce. Garnish with fresh parsley. Spaghetti with tomato sauce. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 400 g, 1 onion, finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 teaspoon sugar, salt and pepper, parmesan for serving. Directions: cook spaghetti al dente in a large pot with plenty of salted water. Meanwhile, fry the onion and garlic in olive oil in a pan until translucent. Add tomato paste and fry briefly. Add tomato pieces and sugar and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer the sauce over low heat until thickened, about 15-20 minutes. Season with salt and pepper. Drain the spaghetti and return it to the pot. Pour tomato sauce over the pasta and mix well. Serve with freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Pen alla rabbiata. Ingredients: 400 grams pen, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 400 g, 1 onion, finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 1 red chili pepper, finely chopped, more or less depending on desired spiciness, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon sugar, salt and pepper, parmesan for serving. Directions: cook pen in a large pot with plenty of salted water until al dente. Meanwhile, fry the onion, garlic and chili pepper in olive oil in a pan until translucent. Add chopped tomatoes and sugar and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer the sauce over low heat until thickened, about 15-20 minutes. Season with salt and pepper. Drain the pen and return it to the pot. Pour tomato sauce over the pasta and mix well. Serve with freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Tagliatelle with salmon and cream sauce. Ingredients: 400 grams tagliatelle, 2 salmon fillets, cut into cubes, 1 onion, finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 200 milliliters cream, 50 grams Parmesan cheese, grated, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon butter, salt and pepper. Directions: cook tagliatelle al dente in a large pot with plenty of salted water. Meanwhile, fry the onion and garlic in olive oil and butter in a pan until translucent. Add salmon and fry briefly until golden brown. Add cream and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer the sauce over low heat until thickened, about 10-15 minutes. Stir in Parmesan and season with salt and pepper. Drain the tagliatelle and return it to the pot. Pour the salmon cream sauce over the pasta and mix well. Fettuccine Alfredo. Ingredients: 400 grams fettuccine, 200 milliliters cream, 100 grams butter, 100 grams Parmesan, grated, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, salt and pepper. Directions: cook fettuccine al dente in a large pot with plenty of salted water. Meanwhile, heat the cream, Butter and garlic in a pan over medium heat. Add parmesan and stir well until it has completely melted and the sauce has become creamy. Season with salt and pepper. Drain the fettuccine and return it to the pot. Pour the Alfredo sauce over the fettuccine and mix well so that all the pasta is covered in the sauce. Serve immediately and enjoy. Bon appétit. Spaghetti with zucchini and garlic. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 2 zucchini, cut into small cubes, 3 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 3 tablespoons olive oil, 1 stroke 2 tsp red pepper flakes, juice of half a lemon, salt and pepper. Directions: cook spaghetti al dente in a large pot with plenty of salted water. Meanwhile, heat olive oil in a pan over medium heat. Add zucchini and garlic and sauté for 3-4 minutes until the zucchini is soft and lightly browned. Add red pepper flakes and lemon juice and fry for another 2 minutes. Season with salt and pepper. When the spaghetti is ready, drain it and return it to the pot. Add the zucchini garlic mixture to the spaghetti and mix well. Serve immediately and enjoy. Bon appétit. Tortellini with ricotta and spinach filling. Ingredients: 500 grams tortellini, 250 grams ricotta, 100 grams spinach, finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 1 egg, 50 grams Parmesan cheese, grated, salt and pepper. Directions: bring plenty of water to a boil in a large pot and cook the tortellini according to the instructions on the package. Meanwhile, mix the ricotta, spinach, garlic, egg and parmesan in a bowl. Season with salt and pepper. When the tortellini are cooked, drain and let cool. Place the tortellini on a clean work surface and place a teaspoon of the ricotta and spinach mixture into the center of each tortellini. Fold the tortellini into a semicircle and press the edges firmly to seal the filling. Bring the water in the pot to a boil and add the filled tortellini. Cook until they float to the surface and then cook for another 2 minutes. Remove the tortellini from the water with a slotted spoon and place them on a serving plate. Sprinkle with some parmesan and serve. Bon appétit. Classic lasagna bolognese. Ingredients: 12 lasagna pasta sheets, 500 grams minced meat, mixed beef and pork, 1 large onion, finely chopped, 2 carrots, finely chopped, 2 celery sticks, finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 800 grams chopped tomatoes, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 1 teaspoon dried basil, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 stroke 4 tsp black pepper, 4 tablespoons butter, 4 tablespoons flour, 4 cups milk, 1 stroke 2 tsp salt, 1 stroke 4 tsp black pepper, 2 cups grated Parmesan cheese, 1 cup grated mozzarella cheese. Directions: heat a large skillet over medium heat. Brown the ground beef until it's no longer pink. Add the onions, carrots, celery, and garlic and sauté for 5-7 minutes, until the vegetables are tender. Add chopped tomatoes, tomato paste, oregano, basil, salt, and pepper. Bring to a boil. Then reduce heat and simmer, covered, for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius and grease a 9x13-inch baking dish. In a medium saucepan, melt the butter over medium heat. Add the flour and cook, stirring constantly, for 2-3 minutes until lightly browned. Add milk and bring to a boil, stirring constantly. Reduce heat and continue stirring until the sauce thickens. Season with salt and pepper. Pour a quarter of the meat sauce into the bottom of the prepared baking dish. Place a layer of lasagna pasta sheets on top. Then spread a layer of the white sauce over the pasta sheets. Repeat until all the pasta sheets, meat sauce, and white sauce are used up. Sprinkle with Parmesan and mozzarella cheese. Cover and bake for 25 minutes. Remove the cover and bake for another 25 minutes, until the cheese is golden brown and bubbly. Remove from the oven and let cool for 5-10 minutes before serving. Bon appétit. Spaghetti with shrimp and olive oil. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 500 grams shrimp, without head and shell, 4 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 1 red chili, decided and finely chopped, 1 stroke 2 bunch of parsley, chopped, 100 milliliters olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add spaghetti and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Add the garlic and chili and cook, stirring, for about 1 minute. Add shrimp and cook, stirring constantly, for about 3 minutes until pink. Add the cooked spaghetti to the pan and mix well. Season with salt and pepper. Sprinkle the chopped parsley over it and serve. Pen with pumpkin and sage recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams pen, 500 grams pumpkin, diced, 1 onion, chopped, 3 garlic cloves, chopped, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 stroke 2 tsp black pepper, 1 teaspoon paprika powder, 1 stroke 2 tsp nutmeg, 1 stroke 4 tsp cinnamon, 1 stroke 4 tsp cayenne pepper, 1 stroke 2 bunch fresh sage, chopped, 100 milliliters cream. Directions: bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add the pen and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Add the onion and garlic and cook, stirring, for about 1 minute. Add the diced pumpkin and fry for about 5 minutes until soft. Add salt, pepper, paprika, nutmeg, cinnamon and cayenne pepper and mix well. Add the chopped sage leaves and cream to the pan and mix well. Add the cooked pen to the pan and mix well. Serve on plates and sprinkle with Parmesan cheese if desired. Pesto pasta recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams pasta, for example spaghetti or pen, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 50 grams roasted pine nuts, 100 grams Parmesan, grated, 100 grams basil leaves, 200 milliliters olive oil, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 stroke 2 tsp black pepper. Directions: bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add pasta and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. In a blender, combine the garlic cloves, toasted pine nuts, grated Parmesan cheese and basil leaves. Gradually add the olive oil and mix until smooth. Pour the pesto mixture into a large pan and heat over medium heat. Add the cooked noodles to the pan and mix well. Season with salt and pepper. Serve on plates and garnish with additional Parmesan and fresh basil, if desired. Spaghetti with meatballs recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 500 grams minced meat, mixed, 1 egg, 50 grams breadcrumbs, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 1 stroke 2 tsp salt, 1 stroke 4 tsp black pepper, 500 milliliters strained tomatoes, 1 onion, chopped, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon sugar, 1/2 tsp dried basil. Parmesan for serving. Directions. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add pasta and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. In a bowl, mix the minced meat, egg, breadcrumbs, garlic, oregano, salt and pepper and form into small meatballs. Heat olive oil in a pan and fry the meatballs until golden brown on all sides. Remove from the pan and set aside. In the same pan, fry the onions until soft. Add the pasta, sugar, and basil and stir well. Return the meatballs to the pan and simmer over medium heat for about 10 minutes until cooked through. Serve the pasta with the meatballs and tomato sauce and garnish with Parmesan cheese. Rigatoni with sausage and peppers recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams rigatoni, 4 salsiccia sausages, approximately 400 g, 1 red bell pepper, cut into strips, 1 yellow bell pepper, cut into strips, 1 onion, chopped, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 teaspoon paprika powder, 1/2 tsp dried oregano, 1/4 tsp chili flakes, 400 grams strained tomatoes, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 2 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. Parmesan for serving. Directions. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add pasta and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan. Add the onions, garlic, bell peppers, paprika, oregano, and chili flakes and sauté for 5 minutes until the vegetables are soft. Remove the sausage from its skin and cut into small pieces. Add the sausage pieces to the pan and fry until golden brown. Add the crushed tomatoes and tomato paste and stir well. Let the sauce simmer for 10 minutes. Add the pasta to the pan with the sauce and stir well until the pasta is coated with the sauce. Divide the pasta with salsiccia and peppers onto plates and serve with Parmesan cheese. Tagliatelle with eggplant and tomato recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams tagliatelle, 1 large eggplant, diced, 2 tomatoes, diced, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 onion, chopped, 1 teaspoon dried thyme, 1/4 tsp chili flakes, 4 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. Parmesan for serving. Directions. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add pasta and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan. Add the onions and garlic and sauté for 2 minutes until softened. Add eggplant cubes and fry for 10 minutes until golden brown. Add the diced tomatoes, thyme and chili flakes and continue frying for 5 minutes until the tomatoes are soft. Add the pasta to the pan and stir well until the pasta is coated with the vegetables. Arrange the tagliatelle with eggplant and tomato on plates and serve with Parmesan cheese. Spaghetti with mussels and white wine recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 1 kilogram mussels, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1/2 onion, chopped, 1/2 cup white wine, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon butter, parsley, chopped, salt and pepper to taste. Directions. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add spaghetti and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil and butter in a large pan. Add the garlic and onion and sauté for 2 minutes until softened. Add the mussels and cook for 5-7 minutes, until they open. Discard any closed mussels. Add the white wine and simmer for 2-3 minutes until the alcohol has evaporated. Add the cooked spaghetti to the pan and stir well until coated with the mussel sauce. Sprinkle with parsley and season with salt and pepper. Divide the spaghetti with mussels and white wine between plates and serve. Pen with chicken and broccoli recipe. Ingredients: 400 grams pen, 2 chicken breast fillets, cut into small cubes, 1 broccoli, cut into small florets, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 stroke 2 onion, chopped, 1 cup cream, 1 cup chicken broth, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon butter, parmesan, grated, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add the pen and cook according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil and butter in a large pan. Add the garlic and onion and sauté for 2 minutes until softened. Add chicken breast fillets and fry for 5-7 minutes until golden brown. Add broccoli and fry for another 5-7 minutes until tender. Add chicken stock and simmer for 2-3 minutes until the liquid is reduced. Add the cream and simmer for another 2-3 minutes until the sauce thickens. Add the cooked pen to the pan and stir well until coated with the sauce and ingredients. Sprinkle with grated parmesan and season with salt and pepper. Divide the pen with chicken and broccoli between plates and serve. Linguine with clams and tomatoes. 400 grams linguine, 1 kilogram clams, 3 tablespoons olive oil, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 1 small onion, finely chopped, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 400 g, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 stroke 2 tsp dried oregano, 1 stroke 4 tsp dried thyme, 1 stroke 4 tsp dried basil, 1 stroke 4 tsp red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, to taste, 2 tablespoons chopped parsley. Here's how to proceed. Bring the pasta water to a boil in a pot and cook the linguine until al dente. Drain and set aside. In a large pot, heat the olive oil over medium heat. Add the garlic and onion and sauté for about 3-4 minutes, until softened and fragrant. Add chopped tomatoes, tomato paste, oregano, thyme, basil and red pepper flakes and stir until well blended. Add the clams to the tomato sauce and cover the pot. Cook for about 5-7 minutes, until the clams open. Remove any opened mussels from the sauce and set aside. Discard any unopened mussels. Simmer the tomato sauce over medium heat until it thickens slightly. Season with salt and pepper. Add the cooked linguine to the tomato sauce and stir to coat. Add the mussels back to the sauce and heat everything up again briefly. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and serve. Enjoy. Fettuccine with mushroom cream sauce. Ingredients: 400 grams fettuccine, 250 grams mushrooms, sliced, 1 onion, chopped, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 250 milliliters cream, 50 grams parmesan, grated, salt and pepper to taste. Preparation: cook pasta in a large pot of salted water until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan and sauté the onion and garlic until softened. Then add the mushrooms and sauté for another 5 minutes until golden brown. Add the cream to the mushrooms and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer for 5-10 minutes until the sauce thickens slightly. Add parmesan to the sauce and stir well until melted and well integrated. Season with salt and pepper. Add the pasta to the pan and mix well with the sauce. Divide among plates and garnish with additional parmesan and fresh herbs, if desired. Spaghetti with salmon and lemon cream sauce. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 250 grams salmon fillet, skinned and cut into cubes, 1 lemon, juice and zest, 1 onion, chopped, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 250 milliliters cream, salt and pepper to taste, fresh parsley, chopped. Preparation: cook spaghetti in a large pot of salted water until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan and sauté the onion and garlic until softened. Then add the salmon and cook for another 3-5 minutes until cooked through. Add the lemon juice and zest to the pan and stir well. Add the cream and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer for 5-10 minutes until the sauce thickens slightly. Season with salt and pepper. Add the spaghetti to the pan and mix well with the sauce. Divide between plates and garnish with fresh parsley. Rigatoni with tuna and capers. Ingredients: 400 grams rigatoni, 1 can of tuna in water or oil, drained, 1 onion, chopped, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 2 tablespoons capers, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, salt and pepper to taste, fresh parsley, chopped. Preparation: cook rigatoni in a large pot of salted water until al dente. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan and fry the onion and garlic until soft. Add tuna and capers and fry for another 2-3 minutes. Add the chopped tomatoes and oregano to the pan and stir well. Bring to a boil and reduce heat. Simmer the sauce for about 10 minutes until it thickens slightly. Season with salt and pepper. Add the rigatoni to the pan and mix well with the sauce. Divide between plates and garnish with fresh parsley. Tagliatelle with roasted vegetables. Ingredients: 400 grams tagliatelle, 2 zucchinis, 1 bell pepper, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper, parmesan for sprinkling. Preparation: cook the tagliatelle al dente in plenty of salted water and drain. Wash the zucchini and peppers and cut them into small pieces. Peel and finely chop the onion and garlic cloves. Heat the olive oil in a pan and fry the onion and garlic cloves until translucent. Then add the zucchini and bell pepper and fry over medium heat for about 10 minutes, until the vegetables are soft and lightly browned. Season with salt and pepper and fold the drained tagliatelle into the vegetables. Mix everything well and heat again briefly. Divide among plates and sprinkle with Parmesan cheese. Serve hot. Enjoy. Spaghetti with gorgonzola and walnuts. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 150 grams gorgonzola, 100 milliliters cream, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 100 grams walnut kernels, olive oil, salt, pepper. Preparation: cook the spaghetti al dente in a pot with plenty of salted water according to the package instructions. Meanwhile, finely chop the onion and garlic. Roughly chop the walnuts. Heat some olive oil in a pan and sauté the onion and garlic until translucent. Cut the gorgonzola into small pieces and add them to the pan. Add the cream and heat everything while stirring until the cheese has melted and a creamy sauce is formed. Roast the walnuts in a separate pan without fat until golden brown. Drain the pasta and add it to the pan with the gorgonzola sauce. Mix everything well. Sprinkle the roasted walnuts over the top and season with pepper. Pen with beef fillet tips. Ingredients: 400 grams pen, 400 grams beef fillet tips, 1 onion, diced, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 red bell pepper, cut into strips. 1 green pepper, cut into strips. 200 grams mushrooms, sliced. 1 can of chopped tomatoes. 400 g. 2 tablespoons tomato paste. 100 milliliters red wine. 1 teaspoon sugar. 1 teaspoon dried oregano. Salt and pepper. Olive oil for frying. Preparation. Cook the pen al dente in plenty of salted water according to the package instructions. Drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan and fry the beef fillet tips on all sides. Remove from the pan and set aside. Sauté the onion and garlic in the pan until translucent. Add the bell pepper strips and mushrooms and fry for 5-7 minutes until the vegetables are soft. Stir in the tomato paste and fry briefly, then deglaze with red wine. Add the chopped tomatoes and season with salt, pepper, sugar, and oregano. Bring to a boil and simmer for 5 minutes. Return the beef fillet tips to the pan and simmer for another 5 minutes until cooked through. Add the pen to the pan and mix well with the sauce. Divide the dish between plates and serve. Linguine with calamari and tomatoes. Ingredients: 400 grams linguine, 500 grams calamari, cleaned and cut into rings, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 onion, chopped, 400 grams tomatoes, diced, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 teaspoon paprika powder, 1 stroke 2 tsp cumin, 1 stroke 2 tsp chili flakes, 1 tablespoon olive oil, salt and pepper, parsley, chopped. Directions: cook linguine in a large pot of salted water until al dente. Heat olive oil in a pan and fry onions, garlic and calamari rings until the calamari rings are golden brown. Add tomato paste and fry for 1-2 minutes. Add diced tomatoes, paprika, cumin, chili flakes, salt and pepper and cook for another 5-7 minutes. Drain the linguine and mix with the calamari tomato sauce. Divide between plates and garnish with parsley. Bon appetit. Fettuccine with shrimp and tomatoes. Ingredients: 500 grams fettuccine, 500 grams shrimp, peeled and deveined, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 4 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 onion, chopped, 1 stroke 2 cup white wine, 1 stroke 4 cup olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, 1 stroke 4 cup chopped fresh parsley. Directions: cook pasta in a large pot of boiling salted water until al dente. Meanwhile, heat olive oil in a large pan. Sauté the garlic and onion until softened. Add shrimp and cook, stirring occasionally, until tender. Add tomatoes and white wine to the pan and bring to a boil while stirring. Drain the pasta and add it to the pan with the shrimp and tomato mixture. Mix everything well. Season with salt and pepper. Garnish with parsley and serve. Spaghetti with beetroot pesto. Ingredients: 300 grams spaghetti, 3 medium-sized beetroots, 1 garlic clove, 30 grams grated Parmesan cheese, 50 grams pine nuts, 150 milliliters olive oil, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, salt and pepper. Preparation: peel the beetroot and cut into small cubes. Roast the pine nuts in a pan without oil until golden brown and then set aside. Peel the garlic and chop it roughly. Place the beetroot, garlic, grated Parmesan cheese and toasted pine nuts in a blender and chop coarsely. Slowly add the olive oil until a creamy consistency is achieved. Season with salt, pepper and a teaspoon of lemon juice. Cook the spaghetti according to the package instructions. Drain and mix with the beetroot pesto. Serve with freshly grated Parmesan and chopped parsley, if desired. Rigatoni with pork fillet and peppers. 400 grams rigatoni. 400 grams pork fillet. 2 bell peppers. 1 onion. 1 garlic clove. 1 teaspoon paprika powder. 1 teaspoon thyme. 1 teaspoon oregano. Salt and pepper. Olive oil for frying. Preparation. Cook the rigatoni al dente according to the package instructions and drain. Cut the pork fillet into thin slices and season with salt, pepper and paprika powder. Wash the peppers, deseed them, and cut them into strips. Peel and finely chop the onion and garlic. Heat olive oil in a pan and fry the pork fillet until cooked through. Then remove from the pan and set aside. Add the pepper strips, onion and garlic to the pan and fry over medium heat until soft. Return the pork fillet to the pan and season with thyme, oregano, and more salt and pepper. Mix everything well and heat briefly again. Fold the noodles into the pork fillet and pepper mixture and mix well. Serve immediately and enjoy. Tagliatelle with mushroom ragu. Ingredients: 400 grams tagliatelle, 500 grams mushrooms, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 100 grams parmesan, 200 milliliters cream, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 tablespoon butter, salt, pepper, parsley. Directions: clean the mushrooms and cut them into slices. Peel the onion and garlic and chop finely. Grate the Parmesan cheese. Bring salted water to a boil in a pot and cook the tagliatelle according to the package instructions until al dente. In the meantime, heat the olive oil and butter in a pan. Fry the onion and garlic until translucent. Add the mushrooms and fry until soft. Add the cream to the pan and bring to a boil. Stir in the grated parmesan and season the sauce with salt and pepper. Wash the parsley. Shake dry and chop finely. Drain the tagliatelle and return it to the pot. Add the mushroom ragu to the tagliatelle and mix. Garnish with parsley and serve. Bon appétit. Pen with chicken and peppers. Ingredients: 400 grams pen. 500 grams chicken breast, cut into cubes. 2 red peppers, cut into strips. 1 onion, finely chopped. 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped. 1 teaspoon paprika powder. 1 teaspoon dried oregano. 1 stroke 2 tsp dried thyme. 1 stroke 2 tsp dried rosemary. 1 stroke 4 tsp chili flakes. 1 can of chopped tomatoes. 200 milliliters chicken broth. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Salt and pepper. Directions: cook pasta in plenty of salted water until al dente. Drain and keep warm. In a large pan, heat the olive oil over medium heat and fry the chicken cubes until golden brown. Add the onion, garlic and peppers and fry for 5 minutes until the vegetables are soft. Add paprika powder, oregano, thyme, rosemary and chili flakes to the pan and fry for 1-2 minutes. Add chopped tomatoes and chicken stock. Bring to a boil. Then reduce heat and simmer for 10-15 minutes until the sauce thickens. Season with salt and pepper. Divide the noodles among plates and top with the chicken and pepper sauce. Sprinkle with parmesan and serve. Spaghetti with basil and tomato sauce. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 500 grams ripe tomatoes, 3 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 1 stroke 2 cup olive oil, 1 stroke 2 cup fresh chopped basil, 1 stroke 4 cup grated Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: wash the tomatoes and cut them into small pieces. Heat the olive oil in a pot and fry the garlic in it. Add the tomatoes and cook over medium heat until they are soft and the sauce has thickened slightly. Stir the basil into the sauce and season with salt and pepper. Cook the spaghetti al dente in a large pot of salted water. Drain the spaghetti and mix with the tomato sauce. Sprinkle with parmesan and serve. Buon appétit. Linguine with mussels and tomatoes. Ingredients: 400 grams linguine, 1 kilogram mussels, for example clams, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 onion, finely chopped, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 400 g, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 stroke 2 tsp red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, 1 stroke 4 cup chopped parsley. Preparation: cook linguine in a large pot of salted water according to package directions until al dente. Drain and set aside. Meanwhile, wash and clean the mussels thoroughly. In a large pot, sauté the onion and garlic in olive oil until translucent. Add the red pepper flakes and fry briefly. Add the tomato pieces and mussels and close the lid. Cook for about 5-7 minutes, or until the mussels open. Discard any mussels that have not opened. Add the cooked linguine to the mussels and tomatoes and mix well. Season with salt and pepper and garnish with parsley. Fettuccine with vegetables in cream sauce. Ingredients: 500 grams fettuccine, 2 peppers, 1 zucchini, 1 carrot, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 200 milliliters cream, 1 tablespoon olive oil, salt, pepper, grated Parmesan cheese for serving. Preparation: wash the bell peppers, remove the seeds, and cut into small pieces. Wash the zucchini and carrot and cut into small cubes. Peel and finely chop the onion and garlic. Bring water to a boil in a large pot and cook the fettuccine according to the package instructions until al dente. Meanwhile, heat the olive oil in a pan and sauté the onion until translucent. Then add the garlic and sauté briefly. Add the peppers, zucchini and carrot to the pan and fry over medium heat for 5-7 minutes until the vegetables are soft. Add the cream to the pan and simmer the vegetables in the cream for 2-3 minutes. Drain the fettuccine and return it to the pot. Add the cream sauce and vegetables to the pasta and mix well. Season with salt and pepper and serve with grated Parmesan cheese. Spaghetti with wild garlic pesto. Ingredients: 400 grams spaghetti, 50 grams wild garlic leaves, 70 grams grated Parmesan cheese, 50 grams roasted pine nuts, 150 milliliters olive oil, 1 garlic clove, salt and pepper. Directions: cook the spaghetti al dente in a pot of boiling salted water according to the package instructions and drain. In the meantime, wash the wild garlic and chop it roughly. Roast the pine nuts in a pan without oil until golden brown and let them cool. Peel the garlic and chop it roughly. Puree the wild garlic, Parmesan, pine nuts and garlic in a blender or food processor. Slowly add the olive oil and continue mixing until a smooth sauce is formed. Season the sauce with salt and pepper. Add the spaghetti to the pan with the wild garlic pesto sauce and mix well. Divide the noodles between plates and serve. Rigatoni with minced meat and mushrooms. Ingredients: 400 grams rigatoni, 500 grams minced meat, 250 grams mushrooms, sliced, 1 onion, finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 2 tablespoons tomato paste, 1 teaspoon paprika powder, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon basil, 1 teaspoon thyme, salt and pepper, olive oil. Directions: cook rigatoni in plenty of salted water until al dente. Heat some olive oil in a pan and fry the minced meat until crumbly. Add onions and garlic and fry briefly. Add mushrooms and continue frying until soft. Add tomato paste and fry briefly. Add chopped tomatoes and spices and mix well. Simmer the sauce over low heat until it thickens. Drain the cooked rigatoni and mix with the sauce. Serve immediately and garnish with freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Tagliatelle with zucchini and tomatoes. Ingredients: 400 grams tagliatelle, 2 medium zucchini, washed and sliced, 4 tomatoes, washed and diced, 3 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 onion, chopped, 2 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, Parmesan cheese, grated, optional. Directions: cook the tagliatelle in a large pot of salted water until al dente. Then drain and set aside. Heat the olive oil in a pan and fry the onions and garlic until soft and fragrant. Add the zucchini slices to the pan and fry over medium heat for 5-7 minutes until soft and lightly browned. Add the diced tomatoes to the pan and cook for another 5 minutes. Add the drained tagliatelle to the pan and mix well so that the pasta is covered with the zucchini and tomato sauce. Season with salt and pepper and optionally serve with grated Parmesan cheese. For beetroot and feta you need the following ingredients: 300 grams pen, 2 medium beetroots, cooked and diced, 1 onion, chopped, 3 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 can of tomatoes, chopped, 100 grams feta, diced, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon honey, 1 teaspoon paprika powder, salt and pepper. And here's how it works. Cook the pen in a large pot of salted water until al dente. In the meantime, heat the olive oil in a pan and fry the onion and garlic until translucent. Add the beetroot and paprika powder and fry briefly. Add the chopped tomatoes and honey to the pan and mix well. Fold in the feta cubes and season the sauce with salt and pepper. Drain the pen and return it to the pot. Add the sauce and mix well. Divide the pen with beetroot and feta among plates and serve. Enjoy. Lasagna with spinach and ricotta. Ingredients: 1 pack of lasagna pasta sheets, 500 grams spinach fresh or frozen, 500 grams ricotta cheese, 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, 1 onion, chopped, 3 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 1 teaspoon dried basil, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 stroke 2 tsp pepper, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 200 grams grated mozzarella cheese. Directions: thaw the spinach if frozen and squeeze thoroughly to remove excess liquid. Fry onions and garlic in a pan with olive oil until soft. Add the chopped tomatoes, oregano, basil, salt and pepper and simmer over medium heat until the sauce has thickened slightly. Mix the ricotta cheese and spinach in a bowl. Lightly brush a baking dish with olive oil and place a layer of lasagna pasta sheets on top. Spread half of the ricotta and spinach mixture evenly over the pasta sheets. Place another layer of pasta sheets on top and spread the tomato sauce on top. Place another layer of pasta sheets on top and spread the remaining ricotta spinach on top. Place a final layer of pasta sheets on top and cover with the remaining tomato sauce. Sprinkle with grated mozzarella cheese. Bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, fan oven, for about 30-40 minutes until the cheese is golden brown and crispy. Spaghetti with pumpkin and cinnamon. Ingredients: 500 grams spaghetti, 1 small pumpkin for example, Hokkaido, cut into cubes, 1 onion, chopped, 2 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon paprika powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 stroke 2 tsp pepper, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 200 milliliters vegetable stock, 100 grams grated Parmesan cheese. Directions. Cook the spaghetti al dente in a pot of boiling salted water. Meanwhile, fry the onion and garlic in a pan with olive oil until soft. Add the pumpkin to the pan with the onions and garlic and cook over medium heat for about 10 minutes until soft. Add cinnamon, paprika powder, salt and pepper and mix well. Add the vegetable stock and simmer over low heat until the pumpkin is soft and the liquid has reduced slightly. Drain the spaghetti and add it to the pumpkin mixture in the pan. Mix everything well so that the spaghetti is covered with the pumpkin sauce. Divide between plates and sprinkle with grated Parmesan cheese. Serve immediately and enjoy. Linguine with garlic, olive oil and chili. Ingredients: 500 grams linguine, 6 garlic cloves, chopped, 1 red chili, decided and chopped, 1 stroke 2 cup olive oil, 1 stroke 2 cup chopped parsley, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 stroke 2 tsp pepper, 1 stroke 2 cup grated Parmesan cheese. Directions. Cook the linguine al dente in a pot of boiling salted water. Meanwhile, heat the garlic, chili and olive oil in a pan and fry over low heat for about 5 minutes until the garlic is soft and lightly browned. Add the parsley, salt and pepper and mix well. Drain the linguine and add it to the pan with the garlic, chili and oil mixture. Mix everything well so that the pasta is covered with the sauce. Divide between plates and sprinkle with grated Parmesan cheese. Serve immediately and enjoy. Tip: if you like it a little hotter, you can increase the amount of chilies or add an extra pinch of cayenne pepper. Delicious pea rice with basil. Ingredients for 1 serving: 50 grams rice, 10 grams fat, corn oil, 40 grams peas, chilled vegetables, 1/4 tablespoon salt, 110 milliliters water. Preparation: briefly steam the rice in hot fat. Pour water over it. Add peas and rice and steam on low heat until the water has completely evaporated. Pancakes with 1 scoop of ice cream. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings: 105 grams flour, 2 eggs, 450 milliliters milk, 1 pinch of salt, 10 grams fat, corn oil, or butter. For frying, 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the dough. Whisk the ingredients, flour, milk, salt, and eggs, in a bowl until the batter is very smooth. Step 2. Resting time for the dough. Let the dough stand for about 10 minutes. If it has become a little thick, you can add a dash of soda to thin it out. Step 3. Fry the pancakes. Heat some oil in a non-stick pan. Then, using a ladle, pour the batter into the pan. Turn over after about 1 minute. Fill the baked ham hock with ice cream and enjoy. Spicy salmon noodles with sauce. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1 ready-made package, salmon gratin. In the ready-made spice aisle, 100 grams spaghetti, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of dill, 15 milliliters cream. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the sauce. Follow the instructions on the ready-made seasoning. Salmon gratin. Then add the cream with salt, pepper and dill. Let the finished sauce stand for a short while. Step 2. Preparing the pasta. Heat about 1 liter of water with a little salt until boiling. Add the pasta. After about 3 minutes, taste, depending on the thickness of the pasta. Rinse when the pasta is still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Add the pasta to the sauce and stir briefly. Then serve warm and enjoy. Flour porridge with powdered vanilla sugar. Ingredients for 1 serving. 255 milliliters water. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 80 grams flour. 30 grams butter or clarified butter. 10 grams icing sugar. 1 pack vanilla sugar. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the stew. Bring water with salt to a boil. Then quickly stir in the flour. Large lumps should form. After 18 minutes of cooking, discard 1/4 of the water. Step 2. Add ingredients. The flour lumps will now combine with the water. Now slowly pour the butter over the stew. The stew needs to continue steaming a little under the lid. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Arrange the stirs on a plate and enjoy with sugar. Flour porridge with buttermilk and strawberry sauce. Ingredients for 1 serving. 255 milliliters water. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 80 grams flour. 30 grams butter or clarified butter. 1 buttermilk. 1 strawberry sauce to refine. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the stew. Bring water with salt to a boil. Then quickly stir in the flour. Large lumps should form. After 18 minutes of cooking, discard 1/4 of the water. Step 2. Add ingredients. The flour lumps will now combine with the water. Now slowly pour the butter over the stew. The stew needs to continue steaming a little under the lid. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Arrange the stirs on a plate and enjoy with buttermilk and strawberry sauce. Semolina pancake with delicious raisins. Ingredients for 1 serving. 1/8 milk. 28 grams butter. 60 grams semolina. 1 pinch of salt. 2 grams sugar. 12 grams raisins. 1 squeeze of lemon. 1/4 packet of vanilla sugar. Preparation. Step 1. Bring milk and salt to a boil. Then stir in semolina until a thick porridge forms. Step 2. Heat the butter in a pan and add the thick semolina porridge, gently folding it in. Bake in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Stir in the raisins, sugar, and vanilla sugar. Serve on a plate and enjoy. Light egg dish with toast. Ingredients for 1 serving. 2 eggs. 2 teaspoon oil or butter. 1 slice of toast. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 pinch of chives. Preparation. Step 1. Beat the eggs in a bowl and season with salt and pepper. Heat the butter in a non-stick pan and add the beaten eggs. Step 2. Place the bread in a toaster for about 2 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Arrange the toast on a plate and arrange the finished egg dish on top. Garnish with a pinch of chives and a dollop of ketchup, if desired. Simple mushroom risotto. Ingredients for 1 serving. 90 grams mushrooms, from a can, or fresh from the market. 80 grams rice, risotto rice. 1/2 onion. 1 pinch of garlic. Spice. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 2 tablespoons table vinegar. 200 milliliters vegetable stock. 1/4 stock cube. 1 pinch of dill. 1 pinch of rocket. Optional. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the washed rice and simmer for about 2 minutes. Add the sliced mushrooms. Add the vinegar, spices, and vegetable stock. Simmer gently for about 15 minutes. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the finished risotto on a plate and garnish with a little olive oil. Butter lentils with bacon. Ingredients for 1 serving: 25 grams bacon cubes, 1 tablespoon butter, 100 grams canned lentils, 1/4 onion, 1/2 tablespoon flour, 1/2 teaspoon table vinegar, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 pinch of parsley for garnishing, 1/4 stock cube, 100 milliliters water. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the bacon and fry briefly. Add the washed lentils and simmer gently. Lightly dust the lentils with flour and add the soup stock. Simmer gently for 15 minutes and season with vinegar. Add salt and pepper to taste. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the finished dish on a plate and garnish with a little parsley. Linguine with tomato sauce Italia. Ingredients for 1 serving: 100 grams pasta, linguine, 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 1 pinch of garlic, spice, 1/2 onion, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 pinch of basil, 1 pinch of oregano. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the can of tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, and spices. Cook over medium heat for about 10 minutes. Step 2. Add the noodles to hot, salted water. Taste after about 5 minutes. Then drain while still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Toss the pasta with the tomato sauce and cook for about 3 more minutes. Serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and topped with Parmesan cheese, if desired. Sweet tomato sauce with pasta croissants. Ingredients for 1 serving: 150 grams pasta, croissants, 50 grams tomato paste, 10 grams sugar, 25 grams butter, 1/2 tablespoon flour, 100 milliliters water. Preparation. Step 1. Melt the butter in a pan. Then add the flour, also known as a roux. Then add the tomato paste until it forms a paste. Then slowly mix in the water. Add the sugar and continue stirring. Let the sauce simmer for a few minutes over low heat. Step 2. Add the noodles to hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the pasta on a plate and top with the sauce. Tip: a little cinnamon is delicious for a winter dish. Spicy roll with ham. Ingredients for 1-2 servings: 1/2 pack of puff pastry, 1/2 can of mushrooms, 1 teaspoon butter or oil, 4 slices of toasted ham, or special offer ham, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 teaspoon of Provençal herbs, 1/4 onion. Preparation. Step 1. Melt the butter in a pan and sauté the onion. Add the canned mushrooms and season with the spices. Transfer everything from the pan to a bowl. Step 2. Cover the puff pastry with ham. Spread the mushroom and onion mixture on top, and fold it in. Place the seam side down on the baking sheet. Cut a crosswise cut into the top part of the puff pastry for garnish. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Now put it in the oven at 200 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes. The puff pastry should be a little brown when you take it out. Serve the finished dish on a plate. Spaghetti alla olive Italia. Ingredients for 1 serving: 100 grams pasta, for example spaghetti, 3 tablespoons of cold pressed olive oil, 1 pinch of basil, 1 pinch of oregano, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 clove of garlic. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil gently in a non-stick pan and sauté the garlic, Add the basil and oregano, as well as salt and pepper. Step 2. Add the noodles to hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Toss the pasta with the olive sauce and sauté for about 3 more minutes. Serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and garnish with Parmesan cheese, if desired. Oven-baked vegetables for beginners. Ingredients for 1 serving. 200 grams frozen vegetables, depending on taste. 1/4 liter vegetable broth. 1/4 stock cube with 1/4 liter water. 50 milliliters yogurt. 1 egg. 25 grams cheese. Toast melted cheese. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 tablespoon oregano. Preparation. Step 1. For this delicious gratin, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Step 2. Bring the vegetable broth to a boil in a saucepan. Then add the frozen vegetables. Bring to a boil briefly. The vegetables should still be firm to the bite. Strain and transfer to a dish. Slowly combine the yogurt, egg, and spices. Then stir over the vegetables. Sprinkle the gratin with cheese and bake for 20 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the finished oven-baked vegetables on a plate and garnish with basil. Béarnaise sausages with fries. Ingredients for 1 serving. 2 frankfurters. 2 slices of toast cheese or 30 grams Emmental cheese. 4 slices of bacon. 200 grams fries. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Cut the frankfurters lengthwise with a knife. Slice the cheese. Then add the cheese to the frankfurters. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Wrap the delicious frankfurters in bacon and fry in a pan until crispy on both sides. Step 2. Place the fries in the preheated oven and bake until golden brown. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Arrange the sausages and fries on a plate and enjoy with some ketchup. Spaghetti with bolognese kids. Ingredients for 1 serving. 100 grams spaghetti. 1 glass of bolognese. 1 pinch of garlic. Spice. 1/2 onion. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 pinch of basil. 1 pinch of oregano. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the bolognese, garlic, olive oil, and seasonings. Cook over medium heat for about 10 minutes. Step 2. Add the noodles to hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Combine the pasta with the bolognese sauce and cook for about 3 more minutes. Serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and garnish with Parmesan cheese, if desired. Anelletti with cream cheese sauce. Ingredients for 1 serving. 125 grams anelletti. 1/4 onion. 1/4 tablespoon oil. 50 milliliters cream. 30 grams processed cheese. 1 pinch of basil. 1 pinch of oregano. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the cream and processed cheese and bring to a boil, stirring constantly. Melt the cheese, and the delicious sauce is ready. Step 2. Add the noodles to hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Toss the pasta with the sauce and cook for about 3 more minutes. Serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and garnish with Parmesan cheese, if desired. Delicious fried potatoes with herb dip. Ingredients for 1 serving: 250 grams potatoes, 75 grams low-fat curd cheese, 1 tablespoon sour cream, 1 teaspoon chives, from the jar, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 pinch of paprika powder, 1 pinch of parsley, 1 pinch of rosemary. Preparation. Step 1. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Wash the potatoes thoroughly and slice them. Lightly sprinkle with salt, pepper, rosemary, and paprika and place them in the oven. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius for approximately 20 to 25 minutes, until golden brown. Step 2. Preparing the sauce. In a bowl, mix the low-fat quark with the cream and spices until smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Then serve the fried potatoes with sauce on a plate. Potato pancakes with a simple herb dip. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings: 1 egg, 2 tablespoons flour, 100 milliliters oil for frying, 1 pack of ready-made puree, 1 pinch of chili powder and sweet paprika. Sauce: 75 grams low-fat curd cheese, 1 tablespoon sour cream, 1 teaspoon chives, from the jar, 1 pinch of salt and pepper, 1 pinch of paprika powder, parsley, rosemary. Preparation. Step 1. Prepare the mashed potatoes as directed on the package. Add chili powder and sweet paprika to the mashed potatoes. Stir thoroughly and add the egg. Heat the oil in a pan and add the mixture a tablespoon at a time. Fry until golden brown, about 3 minutes, and drain on kitchen paper. Step 2. Preparing the sauce. In a bowl, mix the low-fat quark with the cream and spices until smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Then serve the potato pancakes with sauce on a plate. Interesting potato dumplings with sauce. Ingredients for 4 servings: 380 grams potatoes, 1 egg, 4 slices of toast cheese or toast melt cheese, 1 pinch of marjoram, nutmeg, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 pinch of salt and pepper and sweet paprika, 3 tablespoons of oil to fry. Sauce: 75 grams low-fat curd cheese, 1 tablespoon sour cream, 1 teaspoon chives, from the jar, 1 pinch of paprika powder, parsley, rosemary, salt and pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Boil the potatoes, then peel and press them in a potato ricer. Add flour, salt, pepper, eggs, nutmeg, sweet paprika, and marjoram to the cooled potato mixture and knead. Roll the mixture out into a dough and top with the cheese. Cut into rectangles and fold them, pressing the edges together firmly. Then fry them in a pan with oil on both sides until golden brown. Serve the parcels on a plate with sauce. Step 2. Preparing the sauce. In a bowl, mix the low-fat quark with the cream and spices until smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Tortellini with olive oil and spices. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1 pack of tortellini, 3 tablespoons of cold-pressed olive oil, 1 pinch of basil, 1 pinch of oregano, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 clove of garlic. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil gently in a non-stick pan and sauté the garlic. Add the basil and oregano, as well as salt and pepper. Step 2. Place the tortellini in hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Toss the tortellini with the olive sauce and sauté for about 3 more minutes. Then serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and garnish with Parmesan cheese, if desired. 0815 Pizza with tomato. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings. 128 grams plain flour, 1/2 tablespoon baking powder, 1 pinch of salt and pepper, 113 milliliters milk warm, 20 grams butter warm, 1 stroke 2 can chopped tomatoes, 1 stroke 2 tablespoon parsley and oregano, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the pizza. Combine the flour, salt, and baking powder in a bowl. Add the milk and butter and knead until a smooth dough forms. Then roll out the dough. Mix the tomatoes with the spices and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Spread the mixture on the pizza and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the finished pizza on a plate and enjoy. Polenta slices with sauce. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings. 65 grams cornmeal. 3 tablespoons butter. 310 milliliters clear vegetable soup. 1/2 pinch of salt. 1/2 pinch of pepper. Sauce. 75 grams low-fat curd cheese. 1 tablespoon sour cream. 1 teaspoon chives. From the jar. 1 pinch of paprika powder. Parsley. Rosemary. Salt and pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the polenta slices. Bring the soup to a boil with the butter. Then slowly stir in the cornmeal. Be careful not to burn it. Season with salt and pepper. Roll out the mixture on a baking sheet and cut into pieces. Let them cool. Then fry in a pan with butter until golden brown on both sides. Step 2. Preparing the sauce. In a bowl, mix the low-fat quark with the cream and spices until smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the polenta slices with the sauce on a plate. Polenta slices with grilled vegetables. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings. 65 grams corn semolina. 310 milliliters clear vegetable soup. 3 tablespoons butter. 1/2 pinch of salt. 1/2 pinch of pepper. 200 grams grilled chilled vegetables. 1 tablespoon butter. 1/2 tablespoon of Provençal herbs and sweet paprika. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the polenta slices. Bring the soup to a boil with the butter. Then slowly stir in the cornmeal. Be careful not to burn it. Season with salt and pepper. Roll out the mixture on a baking sheet and cut into pieces. Let them cool. Then fry in a pan with butter until golden brown on both sides. Step 2. Preparing the vegetables. Boil the vegetables in a little water until they are still crunchy. Then fry them in a pan with butter, salt, pepper, and sweet paprika until crispy. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the polenta slices with the sauce on a plate. Light buckwheat porridge. Ingredients for 1 serving. 110 grams buckwheat flour. 155 milliliters water. 1 pinch of salt. 10 grams. Butter or clarified butter. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the buckwheat porridge. Lightly fry the flour in a large pan. Stir constantly to prevent it from burning. In another pan, heat the water with salt. Once the flour is lightly browned, add the butter. Then slowly add the hot water. Stir until small lumps form. Don't add too much water, or it will become sticky. Let the stew stand on the stove for another 10 to 15 minutes without heat. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the stirs on a plate and perhaps refine it with apple sauce or a good cup of cocoa. Fish fingers with grilled vegetables and light rice. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings. 1/4 pack 4 fish fingers. 200 grams grilled chilled vegetables. 1 cup rice. 1/2 pinch of salt and pepper. 1 tablespoon of butter. 1/2 tablespoon of Provençal herbs and sweet paprika. 1/2 liters of water with salt. 1 tablespoon of oil. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the crispy fish fingers. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius convection oven. Please follow the package instructions. Place the frozen fish fingers on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Bake the fish fingers according to the package instructions, usually for 13 to 17 minutes, until golden brown. Use an oven-proof dish for the rice. Add the rice, butter, and water, and finish cooking in the oven. Note: the rice is usually ready sooner. Step 2. Preparing the vegetables. Boil the vegetables in a little water until they are still crunchy. Then fry them in a pan with butter, salt, pepper, and sweet paprika until crispy. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the fish fingers on a plate with rice and grilled vegetables. Homemade fries with herb dip and ketchup. Ingredients for 1 serving. 250 grams potatoes. 75 grams low-fat curd cheese. 1 tablespoon sour cream. 1 teaspoon chives. From the jar. 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper. 1 pinch of paprika powder. 1 pinch of parsley, rosemary. Preparation. Step 1. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Wash the potatoes thoroughly and cut them into fries. Toss with salt, pepper, and oil and place in the oven. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes, until golden brown. Tip: rosemary or sweet paprika fries are delicious. Step 2. Preparing the sauce. In a bowl, mix the low-fat quark with the cream and spices until smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Then serve the fries on a plate with ketchup and herb dip. Vegetable soup with fried toast and cheese. Ingredients for 1 serving. 150 grams chilled vegetables, as desired. 1 liter of soup broth. 1 slice of toast. 1/4 onion. 1 teaspoon oil. 2 leaves of cheese for toast. 1 pinch of nutmeg. Marjoram. Thyme. Salt and pepper. 1 tablespoon butter. 1 pinch of Provençal herbs. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the soup. In a large saucepan, sauté the onions in oil until golden brown. Add the chilled vegetables and stir briefly. Stir in the soup stock and season to taste. Cook on low heat for approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Step 2. Preparing the toast slice. Spread butter on both sides of the toast. Add the herbes de Provence. Brown them on both sides in a non-stick pan. Then add the cheese slices. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the soup in a bowl with the slice of toast. Melted white beans with applesauce. Ingredients for 1 serving. 200 grams canned white beans. 1/4 onion. 1/2 tablespoon flour. 1/2 teaspoon table vinegar. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 pinch of parsley for garnishing. 1/4 stock cube. 100 milliliters water. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the beans. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion, Add the washed white beans and simmer gently. Lightly coat the beans with flour and add the soup stock. Simmer gently for 15 minutes and season with vinegar. Add salt and pepper to taste. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the finished dish on a plate and garnish with some parsley. Transfer the applesauce to a small bowl. Simple schmearn. Grandma's recipe. Ingredients for 1 serving: 100 grams flour, 15 grams sugar, 150 milliliters milk, 20 grams butter, 1 pinch of salt, 2 eggs, 1 pinch of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the schmearn. In a bowl, beat the egg whites until stiff. In another bowl, combine the flour, sugar, cinnamon, and eggs into a batter. Slowly add the milk. Slowly fold the beaten egg whites into the batter. Use a large non-stick frying pan. Lightly fry the butter. Then pour in the schmearn mixture. Cover and cook over low heat for 5 minutes. Then turn over and cook for another 5 minutes. Tear the schmearn into small pieces and sprinkle with powdered sugar. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the schmearn on a plate and perhaps refine it with apple sauce or a good cup of cocoa. Potato goulash with sweet paprika. Ingredients for 1 serving: 2 large potatoes, 220 milliliters clear soup, 1 tablespoon flour, 1/2 onion, 1/2 garlic clove, 1 tablespoon paprika, sweet, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 tablespoon butter, 1/2 teaspoon caraway seeds, 1/2 pinch of marjoram, salt, pepper, bay leaf, thyme, 1 tablespoon sour cream, 1/2 pair of frankfurters. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of goulash. Melt the butter in a large pot. Then add the onions and fry until golden brown. Add the crushed garlic. Add the paprika. Then pour in the soup. Add the peeled and diced potatoes and all the other seasonings. Let the goulash simmer over medium heat until the potatoes are tender. Then add the sliced frankfurter sausages. Simmer briefly again. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the potato goulash hot in a soup bowl, removing the bay leaf if desired. Quick apple slices with vanilla pudding. Ingredients for 1 serving: 2 large apples, 1 egg, 100 grams flour, 1 pinch of salt, 1/8 liter of milk. Add a little more depending on the thickness of the dough. 1/4 liter of oil. The oil can be used several times. 1 cup vanilla pudding. Own brands are cheaper. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the dough. Whisk the ingredients: flour, milk, salt, and eggs in a bowl until the batter is very smooth. Peel and core the apples, then slice them. Pour the oil into a heat-proof bowl and heat gently. Add the apple pieces to the batter and slowly add them to the hot oil. Once golden brown, place them in a paper towel to drain. Full stop. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Now serve the apple slices on a plate and refine with vanilla pudding or a good cup of cocoa. Bake mice with powdered sugar. Ingredients for 4 servings. For several days: 200 grams flour, 15 grams yeast, 1/2 pinch of salt, 100 milliliters milk, 45 grams butter, 50 grams sugar, 1 egg yolk, 1 dash of vinegar, lemon peel to grate in, powdered sugar for sprinkling. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the dough. Dissolve the yeast in 100 milliliters of lukewarm milk and let it rest. Add the granulated sugar. Slowly fold in the flour, but it should form a soft dough. Let the dough rest in a warm place for another 20 minutes. Now add the egg yolk, vinegar, lemon zest, and a pinch of salt. Let the dough rest in a warm place for another 15 minutes. Then, with a spoon, cut small balls out of the dough and fry in a pan of oil. Bake for about 3 minutes, until golden brown. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the baked mice on a plate and refine with powdered sugar or a good cup of cocoa. Eggless apple dumplings with cinnamon powdered sugar with lemon. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings. 3 large apples, or 1 jar of applesauce. 2 tablespoons sugar. 280 grams flour. 25 grams butter. 1 pinch of lemon. 200 milliliters milk, 50 milliliters water. Mix together. Icing sugar and cinnamon for garnishing. 1 pinch of salt. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the dough for the apple dumplings. Mix the ingredients: flour, milk, water, salt and a pinch of lemon juice in a bowl. Stir until the batter is very smooth. Bring about 1.5 liters of water to a boil in a large saucepan. Spread the batter on a wooden board. Cut into small pieces with a knife and place directly into the hot water. The dumplings are ready when they float to the top. Lightly sauté the butter and apple pieces. Peel the apple and cut into small pieces. In a non-stick pan, briefly turn the cooked dumplings over the apple pieces in the pan and season with cinnamon and sugar. Full stop. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the apple dumplings on a plate and refine with vanilla sugar and cinnamon or a good cup of cocoa. Simple curd dumplings with breadcrumbs. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings. 1 cup of curd cheese, 250 grams. 1 egg. 3 tablespoons flour. 3 tablespoons semolina. 1 pinch of salt. 1 packet of vanilla sugar. 3 tablespoons breadcrumbs. Can also be an old roll. 3 tablespoons butter. 2 tablespoons sugar. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the dough for the curd dumplings. Mix the flour, curd cheese, and egg with the semolina and salt to form a fluffy dough. Let it stand for 10 minutes. Bring about 1 liter of water with a pinch of salt to a boil in a large pot. Then cut approximately 4 cm sized dumplings from the dough and add them to the water. The dumplings are ready when they float to the top. Heat the butter in a pan and add the breadcrumbs and sugar. Stir quickly until they are golden brown. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the dumplings on a plate and refine with breadcrumb mixture and cinnamon or a good cup of cocoa. Super apple strudel with vanilla sauce. Ingredients for 1 strudel, approximately 4 people. 1 kilogram apples. 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Tube. 45 grams sugar. 50 grams almonds or nuts to taste. 1 teaspoon cinnamon. 4 tablespoons soft wheat semolina. 1 puff pastry. 1 vanilla pudding. Own brands are cheaper. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of strudel. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Top and bottom heat. Roll out the puff pastry on a sheet of baking paper. Grate the apples onto the puff pastry. Spread the almonds, lemon juice, sugar, and semolina with the cinnamon evenly over the grated apples. Fold the puff pastry over itself. Turn it over, and cut several times across the top. Bake the strudel in the oven for about 25 minutes. Serve when golden brown. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the apple strudel on a plate and refine it with vanilla pudding and cinnamon or a good cup of cocoa. Ribbon noodles with curd cheese and butter. Ingredients for 1 serving: 100 grams tagliatelle pasta, 1 cup curd, 2 tablespoons butter, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 pinch of basil. Preparation. Step 1. Add the pasta to hot, salted water. Taste after about 5 minutes. Then drain while still al dente. Spoon the curd cheese over the pasta. Heat the butter in a small pan until lightly browned. Drizzle this over the pasta and season with salt, pepper, and spices. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the tagliatelle on a plate and garnish with basil. Vegetable casserole with cilantro. Ingredients for 1 serving: 200 grams frozen vegetables, depending on taste. 1/4 liter vegetable broth. 1/4 stock cube with 1/4 liter water. 50 milliliters yogurt. 1 egg. 25 grams cheese. Toast melted cheese. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 100 grams cilantro. Pasta. Preparation. Step 1. For the delicious pasta casserole, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Step 2. Preparing the casserole. Bring the vegetable stock to a boil in a saucepan. Then add the frozen vegetables. Bring to a boil briefly. The vegetables should still be firm to the bite. Strain and transfer to a dish. Slowly combine the yogurt, egg, and spices, and stir over the vegetables. Bring the pasta to a boil in a saucepan with salt. Strain while still firm to the bite. Stir the pasta into the mixture. Sprinkle the toasted cheese evenly over the top. Bake in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes. And it's done. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the casserole on a plate and garnish with basil. Poppy seed dumplings without egg with strawberry sauce. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings: 280 grams flour, 200 milliliters milk, 50 milliliters water. Mix together. 25 grams butter, 2 tablespoons sugar, strawberry sauce for garnishing, 1 pinch of salt, icing sugar and poppy seeds for garnishing. 25 grams poppy seeds. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the poppy seed dumplings. Stir the ingredients: flour, milk, water, and salt in a bowl. Stir until the batter is very smooth. Bring about 1.5 liters of water to a boil in a large saucepan. Spread the batter on a wooden board. Cut into small pieces with a knife, and place them directly into the hot water. The dumplings are ready when they float to the top. Lightly toss the butter and dumplings in a non-stick pan. Mix the poppy seeds with the sugar and sprinkle over the dumplings. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Now serve the poppy seed dumplings on a plate and refine with powdered sugar and strawberry sauce and a good cup of cocoa. Nut dumplings without egg with powdered sugar. Ingredients for 1 to 2 servings: 280 grams flour, 200 milliliters milk, 50 milliliters water. Mix together. 25 grams butter, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1 pinch of salt, icing sugar for garnishing. 25 grams ground nuts. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the nut dumplings. Stir the ingredients: flour, milk, water, and salt in a bowl. Stir until the batter is very smooth. Bring about 1.5 liters of water to a boil in a large saucepan. Spread the batter on a wooden board. Cut into small pieces with a knife, and place directly into the hot water. The dumplings are ready when they float to the top. Lightly toss the butter and dumplings in a non-stick pan. Mix the ground nuts with the sugar and sprinkle over the dumplings. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Now serve the nut dumplings on a plate and refine with powdered sugar and a good cup of cocoa. Cabbage farfalle. Really healthy. Ingredients for 1 serving. 250 grams white cabbage. White cabbage head in action. 1 tablespoon oil. 4 grams granulated sugar. 1/2 piece of onion. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 pinch of caraway seeds. 175 grams farfalle. Pasta. Preparation. Step 1. Prepare the pasta. Add the pasta to hot, salted water. Cook for about 5 minutes. Then drain while still al dente. Chop the cabbage and toss with salt. Let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Caramelize the butter and sugar in a non-stick pan. Then sauté the onion and cabbage with the caraway seeds for about 30 minutes. Stirring frequently is recommended. Add the pasta to the pan and heat for another 5 minutes. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the cabbage dumplings on a plate and garnish with basil. Semmelschmein mommy's recipe. Ingredients for 1 serving. 3 old rolls. 120 milliliters milk. 1 tablespoon butter or margarine for the mold. 1 stroke 2 tablespoon sugar. 1 packet of vanilla sugar. 1 shot of vinegar. 50 grams raisins. 1 pinch of cinnamon to taste. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of the schmein. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius 400 degrees Fahrenheit, using conventional oven heating. Butter the baking dish. Cut the rolls into small pieces and place them in the dish. Combine the remaining ingredients, milk, sugar, vanilla sugar, raisins, cinnamon, and vinegar, and mix until smooth. Pour this mixture over the rolls. Bake the schmein for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Stir gently with a fork every now and then. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Now serve the schmein on a plate and perhaps refine it with apple sauce or a good cup of cocoa. Vegan potato goulash. Ingredients for 1 serving. 2 large potatoes. 220 milliliters clear soup. 1 tablespoon sour cream. 1 tablespoon flour. 1 tablespoon paprika, sweet. 1/2 onion. 1 tablespoon tomato paste. 1/2 garlic clove. 1 tablespoon butter. 1/2 teaspoon caraway seeds. 1/2 pinch of marjoram. Salt. Pepper. Bay leaf. Thyme. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of goulash. Melt the butter in a large pot. Then add the onions and fry until golden brown. Add the crushed garlic. Add the paprika. Then pour in the soup. Add the peeled and diced potatoes and all the other seasonings. Cook the goulash over medium heat until the potatoes are tender. Season to taste. And the dish is ready. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the potato goulash hot in a soup bowl, removing the bay leaf if desired. Sauerkraut goulash with vinegar. Ingredients for 1 serving. 2 large potatoes. 220 milliliters clear soup. 1 tablespoon flour. 1 tablespoon sweet paprika. 1/2 onion. 1 tablespoon tomato paste. 1/2 garlic clove. 1 tablespoon butter. 1/2 teaspoon caraway seeds. 100 milliliters vinegar. 1/2 pinch of marjoram. Salt. Pepper. Bay leaf. Thyme. 1 tablespoon sour cream. 125 grams sauerkraut. Preparation. Step 1. Preparation of goulash. Melt the butter in a large pot. then add the onions and fry until golden brown. Add the crushed garlic. Add the paprika. Then pour in the soup and vinegar. Add the peeled and diced potatoes, sauerkraut, and all the other seasonings. Cook the goulash over medium heat until the potatoes are tender. Season to taste, and the dish is ready. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the sauerkraut goulash hot in a soup bowl, removing the bay leaf if desired. Sour cream spinach with 1 egg. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1 pack of spinach frozen, 1 egg, 2 large potatoes, 1/2 teaspoon oil, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the meal. Prepare the spinach as directed on the package, then simmer gently. Chop the potatoes and boil them in salted water. Heat 1/2 teaspoon of oil in a non-stick pan. Fry the egg in the pan. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the spinach and potatoes on a plate and garnish with the fried egg. Kohlrabi sauce with mashed potatoes. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1/2 pack mashed potatoes, 1 large kohlrabi. Tip: buy on sale. 1/2 tablespoon vegetable soup, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon flour, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 90 milliliters milk, 1/2 pinch of spices to taste, for example nutmeg. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the meal. Prepare the mashed potatoes as directed on the package, then continue to simmer on low heat. Finely chop the peeled kohlrabi and simmer in a saucepan with salt and vegetable broth for about 12 minutes. Sauté the butter in a saucepan. Dust with flour, stir, and fry briefly. Add milk and 100 milliliters of the kohlrabi cooking water and bring to a boil. Season to taste with salt, pepper, and nutmeg. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the kohlrabi sauce hot on a plate with the mashed potatoes. Garnish with nutmeg, if desired. Zucchini sauce with mashed potatoes. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1/2 pack mashed potatoes, 1 small zucchini tip. Buy on sale. 1/2 tablespoon vegetable soup, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon flour, 90 milliliters milk, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1/2 pinch of spices to taste, for example nutmeg. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the meal. Prepare the mashed potatoes as directed on the package, then simmer on low heat. Chop the peeled zucchini and cook in a saucepan with salt and vegetable stock for about 2 minutes. Sauté the butter in a saucepan. Dust with flour, stir, and fry briefly. Add milk and 100 milliliters of the zucchini cooking water and bring to a boil briefly. Season to taste with salt, pepper, and nutmeg. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the hot zucchini sauce on a plate with the mashed potatoes. Garnish with nutmeg, if desired. Carrot sauce with mashed potatoes. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1/2 pack mashed potatoes, 2 large carrots. Tip: buy on sale. 1/2 tablespoon vegetable soup, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon flour, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 90 milliliters milk, 1/2 pinch of spices to taste, for example nutmeg. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the meal. Prepare the mashed potatoes as directed on the package, then simmer on low heat. Finely chop the peeled carrot and simmer in a saucepan with salt and vegetable broth for about 10 minutes. Lightly sauté the butter in a saucepan. Dust with flour, stir, and fry briefly. Add milk and 100 milliliters of the carrot cooking water and bring to a boil. Season to taste with salt, pepper, and nutmeg. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the hot carrot sauce on a plate with the mashed potatoes. Garnish with nutmeg, if desired. Potato dumplings with breadcrumbs. Ingredients for 1 serving. 90 grams floury potatoes, already cooked. 100 grams floury potatoes, uncooked. 60 milliliters lukewarm milk. 100 grams breadcrumbs. 1 tablespoon potato flour. 1 pinch of salt. 4 teaspoons of butter. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 pinch of nutmeg. Preparation. Step 1. Preparing the meal. Combine everything in a bowl. Place the cooked potatoes in a ricer and press. Grate the uncooked potatoes and then season with lukewarm milk, potato flour, salt, pepper, and nutmeg. Mix with the cooked potatoes in the bowl and form dumplings. Bring salted water to a boil in a pot and add the dumplings. They are ready when they float to the top. Step 2. Completion of the dish. In a pan, fry the butter until golden brown. Add the breadcrumbs until they are golden brown. Serve the dumplings with the breadcrumbs on a plate. Gnocchi with tomato sauce Italia. Ingredients for 1 serving. 100 grams gnocchi. 1 can of chopped tomatoes. 1 pinch of garlic. Spice. 1/2 onion. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 pinch of basil. 1 pinch of oregano. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the can of tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, and spices. Cook over medium heat for about 10 minutes. Step 2. Add the gnocchi to hot, salted water. Taste after about 5 minutes. Then drain until slightly tender. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Toss the gnocchi with the tomato sauce and cook for about 3 more minutes. Serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and finish with Parmesan cheese, if desired. Light gnocchi with olives and parsley. Ingredients for 1 serving. 100 grams gnocchi. 3 tablespoons of cold-pressed olive oil. 1 pinch of basil. 1 pinch of oregano. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 clove of garlic. 3 olives. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the olive oil gently in a non-stick pan and sauté the garlic. Add the basil and oregano, salt and pepper, and mix in the lemon juice. Step 2. Add the gnocchi to hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Toss the gnocchi with the sauce and sauté for about 3 more minutes. Then serve on a plate, garnished with olives and Parmesan cheese, if desired. Gnocchi with cream cheese sauce. Ingredients for 1 serving. 125 grams gnocchi. 1/4 onion. 1/4 tablespoon oil. 50 milliliters cream. 30 grams processed cheese. 1 pinch of basil. 1 pinch of oregano. 1 pinch of salt. 1 pinch of pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Heat the oil in a non-stick pan and sauté the onion. Add the cream and processed cheese and bring to a boil, stirring constantly. Melt the cheese, and the delicious sauce is ready. Step 2. Add the gnocchi to hot, salted water. After about 5 minutes, taste, and drain while still al dente. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Toss the gnocchi with the sauce and cook for about 3 more minutes. Serve on a plate, garnished with basil, and garnish with Parmesan cheese, if desired. Light potatoes with paprika dip. Ingredients for 1 serving: 260 grams potatoes, 120 grams low-fat curd cheese, 1/2 green pepper, 1 tablespoon oil, 1/2 teaspoon basil, 1 pinch oregano, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper. Preparation. Step 1. Bring the pot of water to a boil. Add a pinch of salt. Peel the potatoes and add them to the pot for about 25 minutes. Step 2. Deseed and chop the peppers. Then mix them with the spices and oil in a bowl. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the potatoes with the dip on a plate. Mushroom potato pan with delicious spices. Ingredients for 1 serving: 260 grams potatoes, 1 garlic clove, 5 teaspoons parsley, 75 grams champignons or porcini mushrooms, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of pepper, 1 tablespoon sour cream. Preparation. Step 1. Finely chop the potatoes. Finely chop the mushrooms. Finely chop the garlic. Step 2. Add 1 tablespoon of oil to the pan and lightly fry the potatoes. Then add the mushrooms and seasonings. Cook everything on low heat until tender. Add the sour cream at the end. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Then serve everything on a plate. Homemade potato chips. Ingredients for 1 serving: 200 grams potatoes, 1 teaspoon oil, 1 pinch of salt. Preparation. Step 1. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius and line it with baking paper. Peel the potatoes and cut them into thin slices. Step 2. Place the potato slices on the baking sheet. Brush with corn oil, and season with salt. Then bake in the oven for 13 to 15 minutes. Step 3. Serve potato chips in a bowl. Power salad for teenagers. Ingredients for 1 serving: 1 orange, 1 banana, 1 kiwi, approximately 100 grams lettuce as needed, 75 milliliters orange juice, 1/2 tablespoon lemon, 1 tablespoon honey. Preparation. Step 1. Chop all ingredients into small pieces and place in a bowl. Step 2. Mix orange juice, lemon juice and honey in a bowl and mix with the other ingredients. Step 3. Serve salad with the sauce. Caesar salad, romaine lettuce, Parmesan cheese, croutons, roasted chicken breast, Caesar dressing. Ingredients: 1 head of romaine lettuce, 1 cup grated Parmesan cheese, 1 cup croutons, 2 chicken breast fillets, 1/4 cup Caesar dressing. Preparation. Wash the romaine lettuce and cut into bite-sized pieces. Fry the chicken breast fillets in a pan until cooked through, then cut into strips. Place the salad in a bowl with Parmesan cheese, croutons and chicken breast strips. Add the Caesar dressing and mix well. Serve and enjoy. Greek salad: tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, feta cheese, olives, oregano, lemon juice, olive oil. Ingredients: 2 tomatoes, 1 cucumber, 1/2 red onion, 1/2 cup feta cheese, 1/2 cup olives, 1 teaspoon oregano, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 1/4 cup olive oil. Preparation. Wash the tomatoes and cucumbers and cut them into pieces. Slice the red onion into thin rings. Place the tomatoes, cucumbers, onion rings, feta and olives in a bowl. Add the oregano, lemon juice and olive oil and mix well. Serve and enjoy. Capri salad: tomatoes, mozzarella, basil, balsamic vinegar, olive oil. Ingredients: 2 tomatoes, 1 ball of mozzarella, 1/4 cup fresh basil, 2 tablespoons balsamic vinegar, 1/4 cup olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. Preparation. Slice the tomatoes and mozzarella and arrange on a serving platter. Spread the basil over the tomatoes and mozzarella. Mix the balsamic vinegar and olive oil in a bowl and season with salt and pepper. Pour the salad dressing over the salad and serve. Cobb salad, romaine lettuce, cooked bacon, avocado, chicken breast, eggs, tomatoes, blue cheese, red wine vinaigrette. Ingredients: 1 head of romaine lettuce, 4 slices of fried bacon, 1 avocado, 2 chicken breast fillets, 2 eggs, 2 tomatoes, 1/2 cup blue cheese, 1/4 cup red wine vinaigrette. Preparation. Wash the romaine lettuce and cut into bite-sized pieces. Fry the chicken breast fillets in a pan until cooked through, then cut into strips. Boil the eggs hard. Peel them and cut them into pieces. Wash the tomatoes and cut them into pieces. Halve the avocado. Remove the pit and cut into cubes. Arrange the romaine lettuce on a serving platter and arrange the individual ingredients on top. Crumble the blue cheese over the salad. Pour the red wine vinaigrette over the salad and serve. Spinach and strawberry salad. Spinach, strawberries, walnuts, feta, balsamic dressing. Ingredients: 4 cups fresh spinach, 2 cups fresh strawberries, quartered, 1/2 cup walnuts, chopped, 1/2 cup feta cheese, crumbled, 1/4 cup balsamic dressing. Preparation. Wash the spinach and pat dry. Wash, clean and quarter the strawberries. Roughly chop the walnuts. Arrange the spinach on a serving platter. Spread the strawberries and walnuts over the top. Crumble the feta cheese over the salad. Pour the balsamic dressing over the salad and serve. Bon appetit. Tuna pasta salad. Pasta, tuna, peppers, corn, cucumbers, onions, olive oil. Ingredients: 500 grams pasta, for example pen or fusilli, 2 cans of tuna in its own juice, drained, 1 red bell pepper, deseeded and diced, 1 can of corn, drained, 1 cucumber, peeled and diced, 1 onion, chopped, 1/4 cup olive oil, salt and pepper. Preparation. Cook the pasta in plenty of salted water according to the package instructions until al dente. Drain and let cool. Tear the tuna into small pieces with a fork. Place the peppers, corn and cucumber in a bowl. Fry the onions in olive oil until translucent. Then let them cool. Add the cooled pasta, tuna and onions to the peppers, corn and cucumbers. Mix everything well and season with salt and pepper. Chill for at least 1 hour before serving. Waldorf salad. Apples, celery, walnuts, raisins, mayonnaise, lemon juice. Ingredients: 2 apples, cored and diced, 2 stalks of celery, chopped, 1/2 cup walnuts, chopped, 1/2 cup raisins, 1/2 cup mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, salt and pepper. Preparation. Wash the apples. Core them and cut them into cubes. Wash the celery and cut it into small pieces. Roughly chop the walnuts. Soak the raisins in warm water until they are soft. Mix the mayonnaise and lemon juice in a bowl. Place the apples, celery, walnuts and raisins in a large bowl and mix well. Pour the mayonnaise mixture over it and mix everything well. Season with salt and pepper and chill for at least 1 hour. Potato salad. Potatoes, bacon, onions, mayonnaise, mustard, vinegar. Ingredients: 1 kilogram potatoes, peeled and diced. 200 grams bacon, diced. 1 onion, chopped. 1/2 cup mayonnaise. 1 tablespoon mustard. 2 tablespoons vinegar. Salt and pepper. Preparation: cook the potatoes in salted water until they are soft but not falling apart. Fry the bacon in a pan until crispy. Fry the onion in the pan with the bacon until translucent. Mix the mayonnaise, mustard and vinegar in a bowl. Drain the potatoes and let them cool. Place the potatoes, bacon and onions in a large bowl and mix. Pour the mayonnaise mixture over the salad and mix everything well. Season with salt and pepper and chill for at least 1 hour. Quinoa salad. Quinoa, cucumbers, tomatoes, avocado, onions, lime dressing. Ingredients: 1 cup quinoa, 2 cups of water, 1/2 cucumber, deseeded and diced, 2 tomatoes, diced, 1 avocado, pitted and diced, 1/2 onion, chopped, 2 tablespoons lime juice, 2 tablespoons olive oil, salt and pepper. Preparation: rinse the quinoa in a sieve and let it drain. Bring the water to a boil in a pot and add the quinoa. Reduce the heat and simmer the quinoa, covered, for about 15 minutes, until the water is absorbed and the quinoa is tender. Place the quinoa in a large bowl and let it cool. Add the cucumber, tomatoes, avocado and onions and mix well. Mix the lime juice, olive oil, salt and pepper in a small bowl. Pour the dressing over the salad and mix well. Chill for at least 30 minutes. Colorful vegetable salad. Peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, corn, onions, olive oil, balsamic dressing. Ingredients: 1 red bell pepper, diced. 1 green pepper, diced. 1 yellow bell pepper, diced. 1/2 cucumber, diced. 2 tomatoes, diced. 1/2 cup corn. 1/2 onion, chopped. 2 tablespoons olive oil. 2 tablespoons balsamic dressing. Salt and pepper. Preparation: place all vegetables in a large bowl and mix well. Mix the olive oil and balsamic dressing in a small bowl. Pour the dressing over the salad and mix well. Season with salt and pepper and chill for at least 30 minutes. Chocolate mousse. Ingredients: 200 grams dark chocolate, 4 eggs, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1 pinch of salt, 1/2 cup cream. Preparation: break the chocolate into small pieces and melt it in a bowl over a pot of boiling water, making sure the bowl doesn't touch the water. Separate the eggs and beat the egg whites with a pinch of salt until stiff. Beat the egg yolks with the sugar in a separate bowl until frothy. Slowly stir the melted chocolate into the egg yolk mixture. Fold the stiffly beaten egg white mixture into the chocolate egg yolk mixture. Whip the cream until stiff and fold it into the mousse mixture. Pour the mousse into glasses and chill in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Garnish with whipped cream, fruit or nuts as desired before serving. Strawberry butter roulade. Ingredients: 3 eggs, 100 grams sugar, 1 packet of vanilla sugar, 100 grams flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 pinch of salt. 250 grams strawberries, washed and sliced, 100 grams soft butter, 200 grams whipped cream, powdered sugar for dusting. Preparation: preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius top and bottom heat and line a baking tray with baking paper. Beat the eggs, sugar and vanilla sugar in a bowl with a hand mixer on high speed for 5-10 minutes until frothy. Mix the flour, baking powder and salt in a separate bowl and slowly fold into the egg mixture. Spread the batter onto the prepared baking sheet and bake for 12-15 minutes until golden brown. Carefully place the baking paper with the dough on a work surface and cover with a damp kitchen towel. Beat the butter with a hand mixer until creamy and stir in the strawberries. Whip the cream until stiff and fold it into the strawberry buttercream. Spread the cream evenly over the cooled dough and roll it up using the baking paper. Dust the roulade with powdered sugar and chill in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. Cut into slices before serving and garnish with fresh strawberries if desired. Vanilla ice cream without an ice cream maker. Ingredients: 500 ml cream, 1 can of condensed milk, 400 g. 1 vanilla pod or 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Preparation: pour the cream into a large bowl and beat with a hand mixer until stiff. Slowly stir the condensed milk into the whipped cream. Split the vanilla pod and scrape out the seeds with a knife or add the vanilla extract and mix well. Pour the ice cream mixture into a sealable container and place it in the freezer for at least 6 hours or overnight. Before serving, remove the ice cream from the freezer and let it stand at room temperature for a few minutes to soften slightly. Serve with fresh fruit, chocolate sprinkles or caramel sauce. Recipe for raspberry sorbet. Ingredients: 500 grams raspberries, frozen or fresh, 1 cup water, 1 cup sugar, juice of 1 lemon. Preparation: place the water and sugar in a saucepan and heat over medium heat, stirring constantly, until the sugar has completely dissolved. Add the raspberries and lemon juice and pour the mixture into a blender. Blend everything into a smooth puree. Pass the raspberry puree through a fine sieve to remove all seeds. Pour the mixture into an ice container and freeze for at least 3-4 hours. Stir with a fork every 30 minutes to create a creamy sorbet. Before serving, remove the sorbet from the freezer and let it stand at room temperature for a few minutes to soften slightly. The raspberry sorbet can be served with fresh raspberries, mint leaves, or a chocolate sauce. Enjoy. Disclaimer: the information provided in this book is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice or treatment. The author and publishers of this book assume no liability for any damages or losses resulting from the use of the information presented in this book. The information contained in this book is based on the current state of medical knowledge at the time of publication and is subject to change due to new findings or developments. It is recommended that you consult a qualified physician or medical professional before using any therapies, treatments, or lifestyle changes mentioned in this book to ensure they are appropriate for your individual situation. The author and publishers of this book assume no responsibility for the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of the information provided in this book. Any decisions made based on the information presented in this book are the sole responsibility of the reader. The use of any products, techniques, or advice mentioned in this book is at your own risk. It is recommended that you consult a qualified physician or medical professional before using any new products or therapies to discuss potential risks or side effects. By purchasing and using this book, readers agree that neither the author nor the publishers can be held liable for any direct or indirect damages or losses resulting from the application of the information presented in this book. By purchasing and using this book, readers acknowledge that they have read and agree to the above disclaimers. Rights and ownership notice. This audiobook is published and distributed by Testbericht Institute LLC. All copyrights, publishing rights, distribution rights, audio rights, and related intellectual property rights for this work have been lawfully and exclusively acquired by Testberichtdienststätte LLC. Testberichtdienststätte LLC is the sole and unrestricted rights holder of this audiobook, including the right to reproduce, distribute, publish, monetize, and publicly perform the content on digital platforms such as YouTube. The original manuscript files, source documents, and contractual acquisition records serve as proof of lawful ownership. The original author and/or their authorized representative, Renovatio LLC, has transferred all relevant rights to Testberichtdienststätte LLC in accordance with applicable copyright and publishing law. This ownership applies to all current and future uses of this work, including audio, video, and digital publications. Effective date of rights ownership: the 1st of February 2026. Any unauthorized use, reproduction, re-upload, redistribution, or claiming of this content is strictly prohibited. Copyright Testberichtdienststätte LLC. All rights reserved. Closed lock with key rights to pseudonym and publication. The name or pseudonym used under which this work was published is exclusively assigned to the publisher Graf Schafter. All rights to use, marketing, and publication under this name are reserved exclusively to the publisher. Use of the pseudonym by third parties for whatever purpose is prohibited and will be prosecuted under copyright law. Open letter box with raised flag contact. If you have any questions, comments or concerns regarding this ebook, please contact us. Email @gmail.com. Responsible for the content editor, publisher and rights Graf Schafter. Legal notice and rights information. This audiobook is published and distributed by Testberichtdienststätte LLC, which holds the full rights to market and distribute this audio production. Renovatio LLC acts as an intellectual property protection entity for the original author. The original source materials are securely archived and retained by Renovatio LLC as proof of authorship and origin. All rights reserved.